Hello, everybody. I am still hiding out at the condo. Yes, I am hiding out at the condo, trying to get myself grounded, be balanced, stay motivated, all of the things that are required of me to balance this busy life that I lead. Yes, it is absolutely fulfilling, but at times it can be absolutely overwhelming. Um, I've had the honor, the privilege, the blessing of being able to be here by myself, well, for most of the week by myself, um, and try to get things done. And what have I accomplished? Hmm, Probably absolutely nothing. Uh, I have laid around, I have taken naps, I have taken walks, I have fallen asleep to the TV, I've attempted to do homework, turning in assignments that are completely off. My professor was like, maybe you didn't understand the assignment. I was like, I'm not surprised. Lack of focus, and yes, I can attribute a lot of this to menopause, perimenopause, menopause, especially when you're having hot flashes every 30 to 45 minutes regularly, just breaking out in the sweats. Um, Menopause is real, y'all. But I want to thank all of you for who, called, inboxed, talking about, yeah, me too, or thank you for sharing, or we gotta talk. Absolutely, all of that. And even for one of my besties who says, those are signs of depression. And I was like, yeah, I'm already on it. I have been in counseling uh, pretty much most of my adult life. Yes, counseling. Counseling started before I got married and has continued the last, oh my God, 28 years. I've been in counseling 28 years. Um, Mostly marriage counseling. If you want to know how people stay married, married counselor. Um, and then also individual counseling to deal with the marriage. And kids and life changes and all of those things. Counseling is for everybody, and everybody should be in counseling because sometimes we need a fresh perspective on things. Hence why I'm getting a master's degree in family and marriage therapy. Yes, if you didn't know, I am also getting a master's degree. I told y'all I am the owner, operator, captain, star player, general manager, water girl, and head cheerleader of Team Do Too Much. So that's what Team Do Too Much does. We do too much. Reflective, my friend, maybe you shouldn't have jumped right back into classes as soon as you got back. I'm thinking maybe you're right. So I will be adjusting my schedule, even though I have an internship that requires 4,000 hours of active counseling. Um, that's one of those things that I have to learn how to balance now that I'm back and my mindset is different. My mindset is totally different, y'all. I'm going to keep saying this. I have spent 7.5 months traveling the world, just primarily interacting with my kids on 24-hour basis, and then occasionally interacting with strangers, people around the world, having amazing excursions, relaxing, chilling, not working, but working at the same time. So it is an adjustment to live this busy lifestyle that we live in America. But I am, accepting all of my flaws and limitations, especially as my brain fog is on overdrive. Mid sentence, y'all, I'll be forget what I'm talking about. And I love my fellow OCD premenopausal, menopausal friends where we have a whole ADHD conversation. It's real in adults where we talk about 16 million things. Forget what we're talking about, circle around to 16 million other things, and then at the end of the conversation, I don't know what we got accomplished, and I don't know what we said. So, anywho, that is how life is going. But here, still to encourage you as much as I can with my vulnerability, and to encourage you to, even though yes, we are a society that keeps pushing and pressing and going and doing all those things, it's also good to just take a break and to breathe. There's always a lot going on. There will be always a lot going on. And you want to be around to enjoy it and to take it all in, even if you have a full busy schedule. A lot of times I have to tell my friends, please breathe. Like, literally, take a breath, breathe. Is this something that you have to do right now? Is this something that this person wants, or is this something that you're manufacturing for this person to continue to enable them in whatever they're doing? Yes, we are enablers. And you have to have those boundaries, not only for other people, but boundaries for yourself, and boundaries that you do not encroach upon for your own mental stability, peace, and self-being. Yeah, so this is my life. I am here, still at the condo. I'm working on papers. Yes, working on paper that I have to rewrite and then write the second part because I didn't do the first part right. And I'm willing to admit that, okay, maybe I didn't understand the instructions, and maybe I wanted to create my own narrative of what I thought it should be about. And my professor was like, no, girl, you need to write what the paper's about. So that's what I'm doing. And in my attempt to do what I need to do, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to have an extension on this paper. I need to be able to turn it in later. And she was like, that's fine. Just do what you got to do. And so that I am. And so I have spent the day in the midst of, I don't want to call it the interruptions, but all of the injections into my life, working on this paper, reading, writing, taking notes, citing, all of this stuff that you have to do in grad school. But at the same time, entertaining a long-term friend, 30 plus years, who, I know how she is. We know how each other are. I thought she was coming on Friday night. She didn't show up to Saturday night. And I was like, I got this paper to write. But I get up and I start working on my paper, and I said, okay, we're going to go to breakfast at this time. And then, it ends up being noon, and ends up being brunch. And then I was like, okay, I got to come back and work on my paper. I come back, I start working on paper. Then I got to take a nap because, I'm old. I take naps. I've been taking naps even before I got old. So those are the things that kind of like interject in my life, and things that I feel like are worth the time of taking things out, because at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna get my stuff done, right? Is it gonna be on time? Who's to say? Time is relative. But is it going to be right? Absolutely. Well, not this past time, because I went on my own journey. But am I going to get it right? Absolutely. So give yourself grace, like I'm giving myself grace. And if you need to go hide out at the condo, find out whatever your condo is and go sit there. And if you need to sleep for a week to recover from the foolishness that's called your life, then you go sleep for a week. But be mindful. There's a difference between resting and depression, resting and anxiety, resting and checking out, resting and just being delusional about the things that you can manage in your life. So as you rest and you retreat, you be self-reflective, saying, is this the way I really want to be living my life? And if it's not, I encourage you to seek out mental health counseling. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't know why our culture, well, I do know why, but our culture has demonized mental health counseling when we are the ones that absolutely need it the worst in the best way. So like I made an appointment with my counselor. My counselor is very diligent, and as soon as I got back, she's checking on me, and I was like, yep, I'm good. Yep, I'm good. Yeah, I am good, but there's some aspects of my life that I need to focus on, and that's what I'm going to do with her. And as I do those things with her, I'm going to bring myself back to center and to peace as I turned on my white noise of the waves crashing, so that I can have a good nap and then set my alarm to get up and continue to work on my paper before the deadline that I have set for myself for today to make progress on my paper. And I'll be doing the same thing tomorrow and Tuesday until my paper is complete. So I guess that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, is that as you rest and retreat, pace yourself, recognize the help that you need, recognize your limitations and boundaries, and don't ignore those things. Be active and intentional about doing what's best for you so that you can be better for other people. Because we're here in this big old world to be with other people and not by ourselves. So as much as I want to be at this condo by myself, my people won't let me be great. Between Freddie coming back and forth, I was like, what don't you understand about I want to be at the condo by myself? Or my emerging adult who came back from, her trip and gallivanting, and, she comes on Wednesday, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, I'm going to take her back down. Oh, no, I'm going to stay up here. And I'm like, and then she's still here Thursday, and I'm loving it because I spend QT with my daughter, but it's yet another distraction because of what I'm supposed to be doing, which is working on my paper and getting everything done. And then on Friday, I break down and I'll be like, look, I need you to go. I need you to focus on you and let me focus on me because I need this time. Y'all are overwhelming. And she got it, but I was like, dang, go. So all the interjections and all the bumps in the road, I'm still at the condo. I'm going to try to maintain my peace at the condo while I can, and then just move from there. I love y'all. Talk to you later.